Hello everyone, it's Cassie. I hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome back to Fabledom. I am all turned around, upside down and backward, and I was telling you before that when I decide on an orientation, that's that. And when I first loaded the game, being at this angle really threw me off. I couldn't figure out what I was looking at, where was my town. I figured it out. I can't turn myself around because then I get lost forever. So, it's winter. Nothing's really happening. We're gonna do just fine through this winter. We've got almost 600 food. We've got 188 grain, 32 bread, 30 pork, 118 fish, so we're gonna do just fine. Oh. I've trained... I remember now, okay, yes, I intended to have 5 or 6 sword fighters, and ultimately the same number of archers. How much space do we have in our barracks? We can have 12 total soldiers, and we have 7. We need armaments, though, to make it happen. It takes 5 armaments to train a soldier. It also takes, a person. We've lost some archers in some of the recent world events, so we need to get more of them going. I also think we might have some on a mission, maybe? Unclear. But this troll camp is the primary thing that I want to look at today. So I want to make sure that we have the soldiers that we need to take it down. I don't know how tough it is, and the game doesn't tell me. In fact, if I click on my mine, I can accept 1 peasant. So if I click on my mine, all I can see is that there is a troll camp with 2 trolls in it. I don't know how tough they are. They shouldn't be that tough because we don't have any fortifications, but the more fortifications we have, the tougher they will be. Oh, I don't have enough armaments to train another archer. I wanted to get... if I can get us into a place that we have 4 archers and 5 sword fighters, I think I'd be pretty comfortable taking on the troll camp. And I think that also might be why I was turned around. Yeah, the troll camp's over here. Yep, I did it. I did it to myself. I remember rotating my camera for this. So I want to send in soldiers and our hero when the time comes to take those trolls down. The bonus income is almost not worth the pain of troll camps. It's only 20. Recently we set up another grain another grain farm, and with the grain farm we also set up another windmill and another bakery, so we should do just fine on bread for a while. We'll build up stores and we'll be just fine. I've been gradually buying up the map, even though I'm not really using a lot of the sections that I'm buying, just because I'll buy them all eventually, and it doesn't hurt to buy them now. We also have just sent 2 friendly letters to neighboring kingdoms. We have 1 mission available to us from the looks of things. Oh yep. It is for the Bard Prince. What does he want? Simple-minded assistance. Danger none. Duration 60 days. Relationship effect none. Then why would I do it? Oh, the reward isn't bad. 37 bricks and 45 planks. Several industrial buildings have recently been sabotaged. In order to keep them running during repairs, some help is required. If we send some Fabelings to help, we can keep part of what they produce as a thanks. So I need to send commoners, and I don't have any available right now. I could free some up. Like I could take them off of condos, for instance. And I don't see a problem with that at all. But how much longer? It expires in 16 days. I've got a little time to think about it. Kind of wish that one was still there, though, to remind me. This isn't the same one. I do not recall starting a mission for the Bard Prince. We can't hold any visitors right now. Oh, and we're out of coal. That happened fast. The Curse of the Wicked Witch, which I'm not gonna... well, I guess I will read it. Ugh, young love, how wonderfully naive. Why should you get to experience happiness when I could not? I tire of seeing your passion and optimism. Let's see how your Fabelings deal with this little surprise, shall we? My Fabelings can handle it, turns them into skeletons, and doubles their hunger for 10 days. And the music also changes and is much cooler. Or Begone Mad Witch, which spends 5 nobility to send the witch on her way. We are going to be just fine if we take on this curse. But this is maybe the 5th time or 6th that we've seen this curse now. So I think it's time to start looking into what we need to do to get rid of the witch. So if I send my hero here, he will be able to tell me what the path forward is. I know one of them is to accept the witch's curse for a full year. But there's another one, and I can't recall what it is. I think we fight her? And I don't know that I want to fight her. The door opens and the witch peers out, disdain, which again is misspelled, in her eyes. After a long pause without anyone being turned into a frog, she croaks, "What?" Be gone for good, witch. Oh, it's 30 nobility. We don't fight her. Let's make a deal is the one where you accept the witch's curse for a year. Once the year is over, the witch will have to leave for good. Or postpone. So I'm gonna just... I'm gonna go ahead and do this and we'll see what happens. It's 110 days instead of 10 days. So it's a long time. And I may have to supplement real quick with some extra farms. We'll see. This could be a big mistake. Mission completed. Manning the walls. Danger was low, chance of success 100%. We lost an archer on this mission, so we'll have to train another one. But we gained 20 pork, and we gained a slightly positive effect on our relationship with Ramon the Bard Prince. You know, in spite of the fact that we have doubled their hunger and made them all into skeletons, they're still pretty happy. It's a good little community we've built. Everyone's gonna have these thoughts, where did my body go? And now they have 2 of them because I accepted the witch's curse and then accepted the witch's curse. It doesn't double stack, like I don't have to do it for 120 days. I only have to do it for, you know, the days that I served on the first 10 and then 107. 107 of the 110. It won't shake out to be a full 120. Fergus. Oh, the witch's hut is already gone. I thought we had to survive the full duration of the curse. I didn't know she'd just leave. That's fine. We also have 6 armaments, so I'm gonna get one more archer training. Then we'll have 5 archers and 5 sword fighters, and I think that's gonna end up being enough. You'll also see I've got an objective down here to build the palace main hall. We can't do that yet. I haven't unlocked that building. I have to gain like 2 town size milestones before I can. Maybe 3. So it might be a bit before we're finally at a place where we can build the palace main hall. What I've been doing in the meantime is kind of gradually increasing everything, gradually adding houses and homesteads, or condos and homesteads, adding farms, adding workplaces. We have these tulips that we now can't really do anything with. So I may take my staff off of the tulip farm and put them somewhere else. Yes, I can't welcome all the interested visitors. Ramon still wants us to do simple-minded assistance, which still requires commoners. And I haven't freed any up yet. That's on me. But we also have one for the Dark Knight. And what does he want? Horned attackers. 60 days, medium danger. It looks like a pretty big impact to relationship, but we're already good with him. Requires our hero, at least 1 sword fighter, and at least 1 archer. Rewards 75 gold. Word of an invasion has come and help is required. Rumors say that there is an army of humanoids with horns and yellow beards, long yellow beards, riding mystical sea creatures. We've already done this one. Okay, so in addition to the repeating world quests, world events, the missions also repeat. Noted. I think I might have noticed that in the last our last time together too. Is that the fluting fawn? It sure is. His little tail, I know. Okay, adorable. I noticed his snout. I noticed his little ears and his goofy mustache, but his little tail. It's so cute. Oh, that tickled me a lot. I'm sorry to just be giggling on camera. We're doing fine. We are 15 days into the witch's curse and we're doing fine. We've got plenty of food. So I think we're gonna make it through. I'm contemplating what kinds of buildings I want to add next. Realistically, I could put in another condo. I actually think that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, let's put in another condo. Okay, this is adding a town shop, 6 townhouses, and no courtyard arch, and I'm good with that. We have a lot more planks and bricks now than we've had before, so it shouldn't take us too long to get this up and running, especially now that we have a laborer's guild and our laborers move faster. And then we're gonna miss the window of opportunity probably on that mission for the Bard Prince, but the next time it comes around we can free up some commoners to work on that. I can see laborers coming in. A little skeleton carrying a box. Adorable. Where'd he go? went around the back. As a humble merchant, I stand ready to offer you the finest wares and delights in my possession. I will happily accept a fair trade of resources or your noble word. As always, I offer a special discount that simply cannot be beaten. Today's discount is 33%. Offer 240 tulips. Okay, good. I'm glad to have something to spend the tulips on. For 133 fish, that's a good deal because, you know, as we know, everyone's super hungry for another 100 days. 480 tulip for 288 fish, 266 fish, or 5 or 10 nobility for 133 or 266 fish. I'm gonna go with this one. Until I have something else to spend tulips on, I'm pretty grateful that the merchant is willing to take them in exchange for food. This coffert has like a plank that has one piece of wood. Nice. Wish they'd take it. I can see them taking the fish. We're not yet ready to take on new people because our condo is only barely getting off the ground. Our condo is off the ground, but we'll need townhouses. I also kind of want to apologize to you for 1 year of this music. Like, I love this music, I think it is so good, but it is the only song that's playing right now. The people in this condo will be pretty happy because they're right by the puppet show. They've got a well here, they've got decorations here, so they should be content. In general, it seems like the people that live in the condos are pretty happy. These are happy to have a sewer drain, that's this little thing right here, a town well, the bank is right nearby, the embassy is right across the street, bank and embassy, here and here. The puppet show is right there, the town shop. Each condo has a town shop, so that's not really a big deal. A cafe, there's a cafe right here. And some decorations. "81 days left on our witch's curse." And a bunch of townhouses finishing construction all at the same time. We still have plenty of bricks. I don't know why I keep wanting to say blicks so badly today. Plenty of bricks and planks. Planks and bricks. Maybe that's why. Because normally I say planks first. Still have plenty of food. Winter might be a little bit snug. We may not come into the winter with as much vegetables as I would like, but we will continue to produce eggs, pork, and fish throughout the winter. And if we manage to have any grain in storage, the windmill will still produce it into flour, and then the bakery will process the flour into bread, so we'll still have those things. So I think we're gonna do fine. Okay, we also have our troops. The troops that I wanted to have ready are now ready. So I'm gonna gather up all of these and send them over to the troll camp, which should be back here. That's a ruins. This isn't my property. It's over here. I don't think this is my property either, but this is where the troll camp is, right? Should have just used the button. Oh. Farmers have reported issues with swarms of red-winged fairies spreading in their crops. They worry that if we do not address the issue, we risk losing some valuable food sources. Don't worry, I'll send help. Spends 200 coin to hire some exterminators to come and deal with the problem. Same, but with 5 nobility, or I'm sure it's not that bad. Ignore the problem. Each crop has an 80% chance to die. So I'm still not entirely sure about this. Like, each crop, like right now, all the crops that exist right now, or every crop that grows from here to the end of time. So I'm going to spend the coin. Then I'm going to find the trolls. And I'm going to find the trolls by just clicking on the mine. And then clicking on the trolls. I was doing it the hard way. Oh, they're over here. We can welcome a peasant and 2 commoners. I believe the next milestone is at 150. Yes, it is. My troops are all on their way here. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get here because this is pretty far off the map. But we'll find out. There's the fawn. There's Eric One Eye. He's my favorite. Of all the characters in this game, Eric One Eye is my favorite. Let's locate. Oh, they're coming in hot. Okay. Depending on how many survive this fight, I might also want to start the next phase of the arena. I think we're on like phase 4 or 5. Yeah, this is gonna be okay. Princess Cassie, thank you for your valiant efforts in defeating the trolls. Your bravery has made our land safer. As a token of our gratitude, we offer resources gathered from our expeditions. Your courage inspires us in the ongoing battle. Accept these gifts with our sincerest thanks. I'm just doing my duty. Gains 3 nobility. Or I'll accept your gift is 12 iron, 16 bread, and 83 grain. That's a big boon. I think I need that a little more than I need 3 nobility. I'm gonna eat crow on like how much I think I need nobility. I come to find out I've been super wrong about that the whole time. Oh, I've got to put the coffer down. And now I'm all the way out here. Okay. That'll help with the curse. Oh, the music has changed. And they're no longer skeletons. Just kidding, they are skeletons. I thought I saw some that weren't. That's my bad. We can welcome all 3 commoners. We have room for I can't math. 7 more. But then this condo will be full. So we're not going to hit the milestone of 150 just on that condo. I also wanted to bring my troops home. Once they get back, we'll probably have them start the next wave in the arena. It looks like we lost an archer. We have 3 and 1 instead of 4 and 1 like we have of sword fighters. Do I have anyone I can train? I think I do. I think I've got some unemployed now. 8 unemployed. Granted, I still need to staff. I haven't staffed this building up at all. The town shop will also need staff. Bingo. Grape juice. Each of the condos has offered a different food item in their town shop. Eggs. Vegetables. Pork. Fish. Oops, that was the wrong button. Why is it back there? Fish again. And let's do bread. We don't really have enough bread for that to work, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Your Grace, we've recently left our own realm due to the horrible conditions we were forced to live in. We were hoping to settle here with you, however we could use some coin to help us get started. We promise to work hard. Of course, Join Us spends 200 coin. In return, 2 commoners will join your realm if housing is available. Of course, Join Us spends 5 nobility for the same thing. I'm afraid we can't help you. Declines with no consequence, or postpone, which also has no effect. I'm going to say decline. We have the space. We can wait for the waves of visitors to come through. We don't need to spend coin on them. If I had a dire need for more people, I would spend the money, but I don't. We have a different world event, though. Mission, these are called. Horned Attackers, we've already read. We have 2 for Giovanni, the Merchant Prince. Manning the Walls and Military Tutor. Reward is 7 armaments for that. That's not bad. Or 20 pork. This kingdom is in high alert. A fabling witnessed an army, quote-unquote, of pink monsters with horrible noses and little white wings roaming the walls. This is the one that got us pork last time, the one we were just on. Based on the description, it's not very worrying, but you can send a helping hand. Not very worrying, but we still lost an archer to pigs. Or military tutor. Helping a neighbor train their military is a great way to increase favor. Just make sure you aren't planning to start a fight after the fact. Duration 90 days. Relationship effect slightly positive. Reward 7 armaments. If I send 1 sword fighter and 1 archer, there's a 100% chance of success. And Giovanni likes this well enough, but like, there's a whole nother bar left to go. So I'm going to start. But, you know, that means I might want to wait for... Is it trolls? Why can't I see? Yeah, it's trolls. I might want to wait for this group to get back before I start the next wave of the arena. Okay, we have the 1 active troll camp. They're really not hurting anything. Like, so far we've just seen them post up. They give us a debuff that makes everyone just a little bit less happy, if I remember. I can't read it right now. 51 days left on the Witch's Curse. We have 1 archer training and we have 11 armaments, and I don't think that includes the 7 that we'll get from Giovanni. So I might train one more archer. Well, I need a sword fighter also. I didn't realize we lost a sword fighter. Oh no, I sent him on that mission. What a goober. Okay. I do kind of want 2, like not 2 full squads, but 12. I have the space for 12 soldiers, so I kind of want 12 soldiers. I was letting my mind wander a little bit. We gave 300 tulips to the trader. No, we didn't. We gave 133, 200 someone. Doesn't matter. We gave a bunch of tulips to the trader, and we're already significantly back up there in regards to number of tulips. So hopefully he'll want more. The traveling merchant. I may put in another laborers guild too. It's nice to have them. They move so fast. We still have room for 4 commoners and we have 7 unemployed. So we may want to put in more buildings where they can work. Let me make sure that we have everyone staffed. Oh, let's put 1 more person on this condo. I'm still leaving this sawmill and this chicken coop empty because we have enough eggs and planks and because they consume resources. The sawmill consumes wood to create planks, and we need some wood. We don't have as much wood as we have planks right now. The chicken coop consumes grain. We have 1 chicken coop that is up and fully staffed. It's operational. It's producing eggs, but we have eggs and we need the grain, so I'm going to hold off on that. But now we have like 10 unemployed, so it's time to get some people going. I love seeing the skeleton training to be an archer. Makes my heart happy. "39 days left on the Witch's Curse, 75 days left on the mission for Giovanni. We can send some messages." That was not the right button. Agnes can only be propelled forward by dates, I think, at this point. I don't know that I don't even have a mission or a message button for her. At the Bard Prince we can send a message, or grain. I'm going to send a message. The Warrior Princess likes us well enough. She's looking for coal. How much coal do I have? 83? I'm not going to do that. Sorry, Ms. Warrior Princess. Also, hi. Oh, so cute. Oh, it's nice. I can flirt with her. I'm in a courtship with Agnes. You can spam this too. Just cover her up with a whole wall of hearts. Beggars again. Oh, this makes me crazy. Times have been hard. We've tried our best to put food on the table, but we are out of options. We heard of your good heart and decided to swallow our pride and come here to beg you to help us, please. I'll gladly help spends 10 pork and 40 bread, or 60 vegetables and 15 bread. I'm sorry I can't help, loses 5 nobility, or let me think on it, postpones with no consequence, but this will ultimately expire. I'm just gonna do it. I hate this quest so much. It never stops coming. They're not hurting for food. They're doing just fine. They only have like 30 days left of this. 36. Okay, we have basically two squads, but we also have 2 people sent out on a mission. I'm gonna train 1 more of each. Armaments are made at the blacksmith. It takes iron and coal. It takes 5 armaments to make 1 soldier. Just in case you've ever wanted to see a skeleton shooting a bow. There you go. Smacking a training dummy. Harvesting carrots. I do think the tulip farm is really pretty. Even if I don't really seem to need it for anything now that we've given Agnes the flowers she requested for our first date. I have to adjust my headset a little bit. It's kind of crushing my head. If I feel like we're starting to get a little low on pork, like as we develop more, we gain more visitors and our Fabledom grows, we may run into a situation where we need more food, more pork, more fish, more grain, etc. And we do have, first we have that second chicken coop that we can situate. Now hang on. Okay. I can't hold any more people. But we do also have 2 groups of pigs. What's the word? Herds of pigs? Here and over here. That we can set up over here. Pigsties for wrangle them up. Pigs you have to find in the wild. Like, I can't set up a pigsty unless I have pigs. But chickens, you don't have to do that for. I don't have to find the chickens. I just set up a chicken coop and then, you know, there be chickens. So, a little different. 25 more days on the Witch's Curse, and we are about to come into the winter. So we'll see how it goes. Could be snug. We only have 330 vegetables. I think it also didn't occur to me that the pigsties are eating up the vegetables. It takes 4 vegetables to make 1 pork. And that is a lot. We have a ton of grain. The only thing using the grain that I'm aware of is the chicken coops. We have a ton of fish. Nothing's using the fish. And then we have a bunch of things that we can't do. We've already done the beanstalk, and it won't go away. We've already done Bob Barkskin, and he won't go away. He's just with us forever now. And that's fine because he's cute. But every time I see him, I want to interact with him again, and I can't do that. just noticed a tiny little cut on my wrist, like right on top of my tattoo. It's always the tiniest little cuts that hurt the most. And they don't hurt until you see them. Ouch. Don't touch it. That sounded like bats. Okay, we can't accept anyone. I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss. We have 65 days of food remaining. I think we're gonna be okay in the winter. We have 15 days left of the Winch's Curse. The Winch's Curse? That's what I said. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this game? We're like 11 hours in, and granted, I could be growing a little more quickly than I am. We could already be at nobles by now if I grew a little bit faster. But we're seeing a lot of repeat stuff, and I don't know, I kind of wish there was more variety as you lead up into nobility. Granted, I'd love to build the palace hall and see what happens with that. I don't know how the nobles are housed, so I'd love to know more about that. Troll camps are a new thing, but they don't seem to pose a threat to me. Global happiness is reduced by 5, but their happiness is still a 97 out of 100 somehow. Everything else has been kind of a cakewalk. You know? There's a dragon, but that dragon can be dissuaded with a tiny bit of gold. There are repeating missions, there are repeating world events. Abandoned stockpiles has a negative relationship effect. I guess if you're trying to war with your neighbors, then that's why you might want that, but it just seems it's not something I would want. There are some seemingly abandoned stockpiles. It's possible they belong to someone, but on the other hand, they might not. Okay, they definitely do, but is that our problem? Reward is 90 stone bricks. Requires commoners. Requires 4 commoners for a 100% chance of success. I'm not going to do this one because I don't want a negative relationship with any of my neighboring rulers. Is that an 8? 8 more days. I got LASIK, and I can see, but I had the hardest time with that number. We can actually welcome 2, thank you very much. Okay. I'm kind of waiting for everyone to get back. How much time? 40 days. That might have to happen in the next video. So that, like, we have 12 soldiers and our hero before we start the next trial. I kind of want to just like set us up for success, make sure that we don't lose too many people throughout the trials. The first couple were very easy. And then in the subsequent ones, I had like one particular sword fighter that was taking damage, like a lot of damage. So I'm going to make sure he doesn't die. He had a cute little mustache. He deserves to live. He might be down here. These two have the same face. And I think it was the face. These three have the same face. There may only be one face. Oh, we survived the witch's curse. That debuff is gone. Everyone's human again, and I just was commenting on their faces and didn't notice that they were human again. We passed. Stockpile has room for 7. This one over here has a little bit of room too. Has room for 24. This stockpile had been full for a long time, so that's nice. We also have 11 unemployed. Ouch. Let's see what we can build. I definitely want... I know I've told you this, I set a goal for myself to have a farm of every type of vegetable. We now have 2 grain farms, but we also have pumpkins, carrots, cabbage, and beets. And I think there's only like 1 or 2 kinds of farm left. I can't change it now. Oh. Woodcutters are reporting that one of them accidentally stepped on a fairy. We've had this one several times now, too. The little thing was more afraid than harmed, but it seems to have awakened something in the forests. Don't worry, I'll send some help. Sends gold. Nope, sorry, 5 nobility. Or I'm sure it's not that bad, adds the debuff Angered Woods. Trees affected by a forester need 10 more days to grow. Days remaining 30. I'm going to spend the nobility for this because that debuff, like, I don't have that much wood to begin with. That debuff I don't like. We've taken it one time and it wasn't that bad, but better safe than sorry. The food coffer's already gone. That 1 wood is still in here. We had a second food coffered over here somewhere. Still there. Has 4 iron in it. And it also had 80 some odd grain and like 16 bread. We can't accept any visitors. This is our second bakery. This is our second windmill. I love that little tinkle noise. I am tempted to set up another quarry here on this large rock deposit. Oh, I'm gonna take Mr. Man off my blacksmith. We have enough armaments for now. And it's still 26 days until they get back from this mission. So yeah, I think that's going to wait till the next video. I think. But let's see about getting another farm set up. So we have pumpkins, we have beets. I don't think we have cauliflower. I think that's the last one we need. Carrots and cabbage. We need 8 more squares. There we go. Cool, so that was one goal I set for myself that's now met, is to have one of every kind of vegetable, or a farm of every type. I'm ready for bed. Just want you to know that. I don't know, maybe we go ahead and give it a try on this wave. We'll see what happens. If anything, I can just train more. If I lose people, I've got enough armaments to train 2 more and enough barracks space. We also have 2 more coming back from a mission in 18 days. Wow, this is a lot of skeletons though. I've lost an archer and a sword fighter. 2 sword fighters. Three sword fighters. Okay, that was kind of tough. I lost 1 archer and 3 sword fighters, so ultimately I'll have to retrain 4. But we only have 2 more waves here, so after that we can move or maybe even demolish our Arena of Trials. I actually don't know what happens to it once you've defeated all the waves. You get a reward of some kind. That's what I'm working toward. But it also, like, what do I do with the building, the structure? As a humble merchant, I stand ready to offer you the finest wares and delights in my possession. I will happily accept a fair trade of resources or your noble word. As always, I offer a special discount that simply cannot be beaten. Today's discount is 37%. Tulips again. And I've got plenty, so I'm going to do that. I have almost exactly enough for 274 veg. 240 tulips for 274 vegetables, 480 for 548. Or 510 nobility for 274 or 548. No, I don't want to cancel. I'm just trying to find a good place to put the coffer. Put it right here next to the other one. We're gonna get ready to wind it down for the day. Was it supposed to rain tonight? No. In real life, I meant. Obviously, it's raining in the game. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, though. But yeah, it's time to start winding down. I think I'm debating whether there's still enough in this game to hold me while we wait to get to that next level of that next town size milestone. And I think right now there is, you know, I want to get through the Arena of Trials. I want to complete some more missions and get everybody's esteem up. But, you know, the repeat stuff is starting to wear. I'm glad that we'll no longer have the Witch's Curse, or we shouldn't have the Witch's Curse any longer now that we've dismissed the witch. It does still sound like bats. Maybe it's the mine? And I think once we're done with the arena, or perhaps even before then, I may want to move my military over somewhere away from kind of my industrial area. maybe over here, so that we can build more barracks. Each barracks houses 2 soldiers. So right now we can house 12 soldiers, and in order to expand our military high enough, I will need more. So that is the tentative plan. You know, stick around at least for those things. I still do want to see what's next. Oh, I also have to staff this farm. And eventually, as we grow and we open up more military structures like Ballistae, I will want to fight the dragon. Oh, beauty contest again. It's finally time to see which is the most beautiful realm. What is this based on, you ask? Well, our extensive knowledge about each realm's beauty, of course. However, our sources will remain anonymous. Out of the 9 realms in this beauty contest, your realm ranks in at number 8, less than ideal. From Fabling Raggers Guild. Confirm, receives 100 coin. We also have almost 10,000 coin. And so far, we've spent a little bit of it here and there on bringing in new villagers, putting up structures, you spend some on roads, but the biggest expenditures have just been on buying squares to expand our Fabledom, and those are not very expensive at all. So I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. There has to be something to spend all this coin on, right? I'll find out, I suppose. Maybe I'm just growing a lot slower than the game expected anybody to grow. But I'm like starting to nitpick. And I'm sorry about that if you are like, Cassie, shut up. Just let me enjoy this game. But here is where I will leave you for the day. Thank you for hanging out with me. Tell me your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think of this, or what you'd like to see me do. I hope you have an amazing day, evening, week, and I will talk to you very soon.